Hey, free-to-play gang, welcome back to another video. So I'm so sorry that I missed this out. I was actually out for the entire day. But before we get into that, I just want to do a few summons because I just realized that, I'm actually very close to the PT. And there are two espers that I really want right now. So number one, I want to get more copies of Lewis. And number two, I want to get my first copy of Sally as well. And those will really help, especially when the update drops. So this is going to be like the shortest summoning session ever. I'm just going to do 20. And I'm just gonna bail afterwards. Hopefully I do not get a Fatum Sisters or I'm gonna cry. And after that, I'm just gonna discuss a little bit more about some of the things that I've seen in the version preview. Alright, who do you get? Alexa. Alright, 10 more pulls. 10 more pulls. And I'm just gonna stay at... Actually, I should... Oh my god, I should have done 9, right? I should have done 10. Because I'm gonna get my 60 wish stones regardless. Please give me a Louis or Sally. Okay, you know what? Just give me a Sally. Give me an R0 Sally right now. Oh, come on. Sally, please. First copy? Freaking hell, I went all the way back to 0. Shit. Oh my god, I just lost all my wish stones. I lost like 50 plus, I think. Okay, anyway, let's just talk a little bit more about the version preview and some of the things that I noticed. Some of the, at least the more important things. So the first thing to note is that this Yun Chuan, he is a fighter wind type. This was interesting, so there was a lot of word going around that he was like an infernal defender or wind type defender, which was actually very hype. But now he's a wind type fighter, which I guess it still works. I mean, the typing is still very meta, so I'm very curious to see like just how his kit finally looks like, because right now he's at a very good position just because of his typing. Now obviously we have like one of the best skins right now. This is a really good skin. But one more thing that is very important to take note of is if you see at the bottom here, wait, hold on. Full screen mode. I'm not sure whether I'm blocking the screen, but you can see that there is a rewind button here. So they say that in 3.1.7 they're going to give us a lot of rewind options because I feel like they are pretty much destroying the entire landscape of espers. So I do feel like this rewind button here may not necessarily be the same as the past. And if you do not know what the rewind option is, it's an event that comes every once, every never, that allows you to reset any of the espers that you want, or at least back then they gave us like I think 4 options, or is it 3 options, something like that. Anyway, you can reset a set number of espers this way, but I think based on how much they're going to change in the 3.1.7 update, I feel like it is possible that they are going to give us a lot more than just 3 or 4 rewind options. I feel like this is where we can potentially rewind all our espers, because it wouldn't really make a lot of sense for them to load our inbox with a lot of different rewind whatever tickets, right? So maybe this is just a one-stop shop. If you want to rewind an esper, you just chuck it in and that's about it. Maybe unlimited tries, which... if that's the case, right, that could be huge. This could be one way for you to abuse it just so that you can roll all your ability mons into the right locations. I feel like this is possible, but I cannot guarantee. Maybe it's limited per esper, because at the end of the day, in the new update, they're going to kind of like remove all the excess espers that you have. So it might also be possible that you can rewind each esper just one time. We will see. And there is this, I don't know what it's called, Fiesta. There is this Fiesta thing at a, let me just minimize the screen. There is a Fiesta tab over here, which I am not sure what that is. I'm not sure whether I've seen some event like that. I mean, you know, my memory is really poor, so I'm not sure whether was that something in the past, or is that something else that we might want to take note of. Right, so obviously you guys are already very curious about this new power thing. So let me just rewind that a little bit. Okay, so plus 56 here. So equipping this relic gave her 56 power, which is probably doubling of the defense score here. Maybe no score from the resist, I'm not sure actually. But as to why they have included this power score, I'm not sure. I don't really see the point, because the power of your esper is completely subjective. It is not based on how much stats you have, it's based on what are the right stats that you have. So I feel like this could possibly make way for certain content, like let's say power get arena or something like that. So you may only be able to bring espers of certain power and below, maybe. So I think it's possibly just for like entry purposes, because in terms of everything else, there's really no big deal around it, aside from maybe just sorting your espers according to power. But we'll see, right? I mean, I'm not sure why they decided to add this new feature in when we have like so many other things to take note of. And of course, there is also the esper feud here, which I think some of you guys might be quite interested in. It's kind of like the same as the past, and if you do not know what Esper Field is, I do have some videos about it, but it's simply just a PvE format that allows you to obtain some rewards along the way, and it gets more and more complicated as you clear it. And there's also the Blitz function here. So from what I can see and what I can understand is that you can attempt up to 10 times, press the red button afterwards, and you consume these deposit red chips, which they changed the name again from Blitz chips to Memo chips to red chips. And this dude has 78,000 red chips. I'm not sure whether this is something that we can look forward to, like having so much at hand, or is it just because this guy is just a developer account? Maybe. But what you notice is that your stamina would be consumed as well. So that's a key thing, right? So some people are saying that, is this a pay-to-win function? Is this an extra currency that you can use Nexus Crystals to buy and then run more runs as opposed to some free-to-play players? That's not going to be the case, possibly because raid ends after your stamina is used up. As to how they determine 55, I'm actually not very sure. This is so puzzling, right? Because they are doing 10 attempts and they're using 55 chips. You can't possibly be using 5.5 chips per run, right? So I'm not sure how they did this math over here. Okay, so it seems like every 10 runs would require 50 chips. So I'm not sure why it's like 55 in the previous screen. This also shows you a summary of every single one of the 10 runs that you have partaken in. So I think this is a pretty nice feature. I really like it a lot. And of course, there is a Calamity Island, which is just basically the tower content all over again, but limited to the different typings that you have. So this is Burning Pillar for the Inferno types. And there is also a ranking system and a reward system. So yeah, it's pretty much just the Infinity Tower all over again. Or rather, maybe an easier version or maybe a more restrictive version. But anyway, that's it for today's video. I think that's all there is in the Truth Unveiled for today. Well, let me know your other comments down in the comment section below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. What are some of the things that you have noticed in this video that I did not as well? Let me know, right? Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed today's content. If you did, don't forget to give a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and subscribe for more Dislyte content. Now with that said, this has been very free to play. And as always, I will see you in the next video.